yeah, COVID got a bit crazy.
Yeah.
We had a lender pull the plug on us.
Actually
Just
pull the plug.
yeah, just as we were about to
Yeah.
start.
Wow. I had one that got very nervous on me with quite a lot of money. We saw it through, but
Saw it
they
through.
didn't. Yeah, didn't pull the plug.
God. Oh,
But it
you guys,
looks.
so you done well there. So no, we had one pulled just before we started, so we hadn't drawn down, but everything was agreed. We were just in legals. Everything was signed off. Full credit back terms and the rest of it. And so we had to scramble at that point. It was a
Yeah,
student scheme. We had to scramble and found another lender, and that worked out fine,
it's good.
fortunately. So we've since done another deal with that lender. What else has happened? A scheme that we've
We.
got under construction now. That was the increase in construction costs were absolutely bonkers.
Mhm.
So we did a two-stage tender from the point of getting the first price back from the contractor when they initially look at it in the first stage of the tender to
Yeah.
getting to a point where you're actually able to enter into contract.
Yeah.
So this is at the point the contractor's prepared to enter a fixed price contract and take the risk from that point. The price between that period was
Yes.
just crazy.
Materials pricing going up and.
I mean, it was like I think it was almost a seven-figure increase in construction costs.
Wow.
It was mad. So it was I mean, the bill cost on that scheme is 7.8 million.
Mm.
So it jumped up to that figure by about £1 million. So that got a bit crazy. Fortunately, value has increased a bit during that period as well.
Yeah.
So that helped us.
That didn't happen immediately, so there was a nervous time that the costs have gone up, but the values hadn't. The values kind of came up
They
afterwards.
came up after.
Yeah.
And even then have increased a bit still. So we're sort of up now. About the time you're like, shit, I need to sort this out, and you got to scramble. But I mean, there's loads of what other unforeseen. Oh, there's what else can I think of? There's loads of unforeseen.
Yes.
It can be, obviously interest costs are another obvious one. Interest rates, that can put a lot of deals in jeopardy now because a lot of the banks that need a certain level of interest cover aren't able to get that because the amount of the cost of the debt now
Yes.
is too high for the rent or whatever the property is to cover that, to cover the servicing of the loan. So that's another big one. But you know, it's just about it's about your team and about how you react. It doesn't really kind of, in a way, it's almost doesn't matter what the hurdle is because it's going to happen.
You've got to have that mindset that it's not going to be a smooth journey. Whatever is going to get thrown at me, I'm just going to have to deal with it.
And that's why you have a good contingency. Make sure you do your due diligence beforehand to try and reduce the risks. It's never going to get rid of all the risk.
Yes.
Reduce it as much as you can. Have a contingency part, and keep your eye on the ball, and just be prepared to tackle it. I don't. When things happen like that, I don't panic.
Yeah.
I just try and gather all the people I need.
Yes.
That's going to help me with that issue. It's a team effort. What can we do here?
Yeah.
Bang,
and that's really important in that situation, to stay cool when everyone else is kind of stressed or panicked around you, because you need a cool, level-headed person to kind of see through that.
Definitely. There's panicking is not going to get you very far in especially when you need to make a decision quickly.
Yeah.
So some of the schemes that we're doing in the student schemes, they're time sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hang around for a month thinking about what we're going to do. We need to make a decision now. Otherwise, we can lose a whole academic year.
Which is a significant amount of money.
Which is crazy. On the schemes that we're doing, it's like you can multiple seven-figure deficit in relative to what you could have made. So it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all part of the game, isn't it?
Yes.